What's up YouTube, this is World War Black Ops Pro with another Gorod Krovi gameplay in the background. Now the topic of today's video is why Infinite Warfare will be the lowest selling COD of all time. And I'm not exaggerating when I say it will be the lowest selling of all time. A lot of people have renewed hope in this game, in Infinite Warfare, after the zombies reveal. They say, oh wow, look, the zombie map looks so fun, I'm definitely going to buy this, and I definitely think a lot of people are going to think this is fun and buy the game. But guys, that's not the case. This game, there's just so much standing in its way from being a best-selling game. There's so much standing in its way that it's going to keep the sales down, and Activision this year is going to have to hide the player count again, like it's been doing for the past few years. Now let's break down Infinite Warfare. Now, all this hate on Infinite Warfare first started with the trailer, which is now the second most disliked video on YouTube behind Justin Bieber's "Baby" song. So that trailer got a lot of hate because no one wants to go to the future. No one wants Space Wars. We've been telling Activision and the developers we want World War II games and we want a modern shooter. We don't want this space crap. Yet they didn't listen to us. So it's the second most disliked video on YouTube. And I don't blame the people who dislike the video. I dislike the video too because the campaign they can't write good stories anymore. I mean, they're running out of ideas. I mean, this campaign's gonna be no different. They're running out of ideas, and the story is probably gonna be pretty weak. And like I just don't get it. It's like, oh, so the biggest attack in the history of the world. Like that was one of the quotes, and it was like, what the hell is this? That's like a terrible quote, and you put it in a trailer. So in a trailer, you're supposed to make it look better than it actually is to sell the game to people. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but I mean, I have very little hope for the campaign. Now, anyway, moving on to multiplayer. Look, guys. We haven't seen anything from multiplayer yet. Do you wonder why? You ever wonder like why we have to wait until September to get any sort of multiplayer reveal? And the reason is simple. They don't want us to see the multiplayer. The less we see, the less we know about this multiplayer, the better. Because they know that multiplayer is not good. It's not up to our standard. If you guys remember back when before Ghost came out, Infinity Ward, which is so like they were so proud of Ghost. They were showing off gameplay. They were showing off like trailers left and right. They're showing, hey guys, you can call in Riley, the attack dog. You can snipe enemies from a helicopter with a sniper rifle. Wow, look at all this cool stuff. You can call a Loki like airstrike station. You can just fire missiles at the ground. I mean, the kill streak wasn't even good, but they were hyping up this game so much. And then people bought the game, of course, and then after people realized that the game was really slow paced, the maps weren't really designed the way they wanted to, there was no 3-lane like Call of Duty, they weren't 3-lane Call of Duty style maps, the player count quickly dropped off. And people abandoned the game and went to BO2. And then it was then they realized, oh, our multiplayer's not working. So we're pretty embarrassed of the multiplayers, and they were. And so they kept bringing back smaller maps into DLC, but that didn't help very much because many people were turned off by Ghost by the weak score streaks, the big maps, the slow-paced gameplay. The so-called low health, which is probably more due to lag comp, not health. But people blamed on that. Look, guys, Infinite Warfare doesn't have much going for it because a lot of people still have a sour taste in their mouth from Ghost, and they're not gonna have. I mean, I don't have faith in Infinity Ward myself because Infinity Ward, they came out with MW3, and sure, while it was the best-selling COD game of all time, the player count quickly dropped off after people realized there was really nothing new from MW2. Like it sold well because of hype from MW2, because MW2 it was a fun game, but then people got into MW3 and the player count dropped to maybe like 200,000 like 5 months after release, and at the same time the year prior Black Ops 1 was like maybe 600, 700,000. So I mean the huge difference between player counts. So MW3 sort of failed, Ghost failed, and then now we have Infinite Warfare. So given the track record, it's not looking very good for them. And by the way, guys, the sales are definitely down from BO3. Like we already have some of this information. Like the pre-order numbers came out a few months ago and not looking good. Like on I believe PS4, the BO3 numbers were around 420,000 pre-orders. For Infinite Warfare, PS3, Xbox One, or PS4, Xbox One, they're about maybe 30,000, give or take a few thousand. So I mean, we're talking about more than a tenfold decrease there, and a lot of it is because no one wants the space theme. No one has any faith in this developer, and you know how can you blame them? They came out with pretty bad ideas like Dead Man's Hand. They came out with like terrible maps and ghosts. Uh, so I mean, people don't have faith in them, and although we haven't seen any multiplayer gameplay yet from Infinity Ward, you can bet that it's gonna look a lot like Black Ops 3. You know, because they say, oh, we have a Black Ops 3 style movement system. Okay, they're bringing back advanced movement, which no one wants. But you know, the maps are probably going to be the same as in Treyarch because you know they have to do something. I mean, these guys are desperate. They have to do something right because if they don't pull their own weight and make a profit on this game, then you know they're screwed. Because you know, if you guys remember from Ghost, you know, Ghost was failing. You know, people weren't playing the game, buying the DLC. So do you know what they had to do? They had to spam us with micro DLC. You know, you can bet there's going to be micro DLC in the multiplayer because they're not going to make that much from sales just because the game's going to be bad and they can't really do much to change it at this point. But people don't like space themed. People don't like the space theme at all. So what did they try to do to boost pre-order numbers? They tried to include Call of Duty 4 remastered with Infinite Warfare. And oh, you can only get COD 4 remastered if you buy Infinite Warfare. So you get to pay $80 even if you only want COD 4. They tried to do that and it still didn't work. People aren't buying it. People don't want Infinite Warfare. They don't want Infinite Warfare, especially with all the other games coming out this November. But now, you know, they're getting even more desperate, so they're trying to lure people into the Infinite Warfare, on the Infinite Warfare hype train with zombies. And guys, this isn't gonna work. Like, the reason why they're showing zombies even before they show multiplayer is they want to get you hyped about this game. They want to get you excited about this game because no one's excited about this game right now. Like, no one cares about Infinite Warfare. People are saying, "Oh, Battlefield's gonna outsell Call of Duty," which I sure hope it does because Battlefield 1 seems like a great game and Infinite Warfare just seems like the same old stuff just thrown together in a space theme. When even like COD's been going downhill the past few years, and you know now it's about to hit rock bottom, unfortunately. So I will give it to them. Zombies does look decently fun, but I mean it looks too kiddie. Like it's made for 12-year-olds, like I've said in my other video. So I don't think it's gonna appeal to the hardcore COD fans. I think it's just another gimmick to sell the game. Like they did that with Advanced Warfare. Because not enough people were buying the game. Activision went to Sledgehammer and said, okay, you gotta make the money back because Activision gives these studios money to develop games, and if they don't make all that money back, they have to find some way to make a profit. So they start monetizing supply drops. They start, with all this micro DLC crap. They brought zombies in as a DLC only thing. So I think they, in part, did that just to boost the DLC numbers and get even more money out of people. And I think that's kind of what they're doing here. Is that they're trying to boost the numbers because I don't think Infinity Ward, I think they gave up on trying to be creative and do their own game mode because every time they do it they fail. Like they did it with Survival, they failed. No one really cares about that game mode. When they try to do it with Extinction, that also failed. I mean, I'll give it to them that they tried their best, but they still failed. Like they were creative, but they still failed because no one wanted to fight aliens, and it just didn't have the same type of feel as zombies did. Now they're trying to bring zombies back, and like I can guarantee you, it's gonna feel a lot like Treyarch zombies because they're just copying and pasting Treyarch zombies into their game. Because guys, they have to play it safe because if they don't make a decent amount of sales this year, I know they're done for. I mean, this studio's just been one disaster after another. Ghost is an embarrassment to the Call of Duty franchise, and I'm afraid Infinite Warfare will be too. Because, I don't think that anything can save this game, unfortunately. I mean, yeah, zombies will definitely help the numbers. The amount of people, some people will buy the game just for zombies, but we have such a bad taste in our mouths from both campaign and both from multiplayer, which you haven't even seen yet, but I can guarantee you they got something to hide because no COD has waited this long to show multiplayer, like no COD ever. We didn't see COD E3 this year. I wonder why. We didn't see the multiplayer because they got something to hide. They know their product is mediocre. I mean, guys, there's even rumors out that Infinity Ward's going to augment the player count with bots in online multiplayer. I mean, they can't get enough players online, so they have to resort to bots just to fill the lobbies, just to make sure the game runs properly. I mean, that's sad. Remember when COD used to have like 1 million people online at any given time? You know, back in the good old days, maybe 5, 6 years ago. But that's no longer. I mean, the player count is probably going to be hidden again this year. I mean, I can almost guarantee it's going to be hidden because this is Infinity Ward. They don't have any faith in their product. And you know, if we're hearing rumors like this, I mean, this is just sad. Okay, so don't be surprised when they're masking their sales figures or when they're masking anything else. Like, and guys, please do not pre-order Infinite Warfare. This game is gonna blow. It's gonna be bad. Just wait until it comes out. You wait until it comes to your discount bin at your local GameStop, where it's like marked down 20, 30, $40 in December. Just wait till then, because that's gonna happen. You'll know that's gonna happen like that. So anyway, guys, hope this is helpful. Hope I save you some money, and you guys go buy Battlefield 1 instead of this game. But anyways, I hope you guys found this helpful. If you did, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. This has been World at War, and thanks for watching.